What's up? Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. Let me get my... Whoops. All right. What's going on, everybody? Got a little build going today. We're doing an Unhinged SP. Unhinged SP. Everybody loves a good Unhinged SP. So it's getting a bunch of stuff. Doing black. Hope everyone's doing all right out there. How am I looking? I look pretty good. I bet I could rotate a little this way. Nope. Yeah, this way. Yeah. This way? No. This way. Yeah. See that TV in the background? Yeah, it probably looks better if I'm centered. There we go. I got a new tripod mount, so we should be good today. Let me know if that music's too loud. We're doing a black Unhinged SP build. Pretty simple stuff. Kind of time consuming though. So that's everything. Yep, that's everything. And we'll go ahead and take this SP apart. I already tested it, so it's good to go. Get that. That looks pretty good. All right. GameBoy looks pretty good. We are gonna need, well, do these need? I don't think they do. So we should scoop. We need to take this part out, mount it in here. I think it's these screws. Fours, yeah. Good. Get the rest of this out of here. I got a bunch of new videos planned for you guys. What is going on? I'm finally getting back to videos again. I am like almost fully caught up on my ordered queue right now, which is nice. I haven't been that caught up in years, so that's good. I decided to just go ahead and crunch them all out and kind of not make any videos, which sucks to do, but sometimes I just got to do it. But I have like 3 or 4 shorts filmed. Or I guess I have 2 filmed, 1 edited. That's going to go up in the next 2 days. It'll go up by Sunday. It's going on Gun Solo. Okay, ready to get started. I'm gonna go ahead and get the USB-C and the headphone jack installed. But this one calls for tactile triggers. So let me do that first before I forget to do that. Thanks, Disco. I appreciate you. You won the Mew Mini. Let's go. That's when we first started the members giveaways. Do I take Game Boys? Yes, I do. Still setting up my the send-ins for the site. Basically, I just take trade-in value for them right now. So that's kind of how it works. You can send it in. You send me an email. You'll send me the Game Boy. I'll give you like $40 or $50 credit on your account, and then you can make a purchase. But if you want me to mod the actual, like, you want to use that specific motherboard, I don't do that right now. It's too much to keep track of. I know some people want, like, that motherboard because it's, like, you know, their OG Game Boy or whatever, but I'm not doing that right now. I'm just doing trade-in. Trade-in credit. Yeah, I get a lot of messages of people wanting to send in their Game Boys. It's just a lot. It's just too much to keep track of. So I'm sorry. I can't do it. But I'm planning on setting it up on the website eventually, where it's like you fill out a form and then you send in your Game Boy with the form, and it's like exactly the shell, you know, whatever you want to be done to it. I'm gonna set that up sometime next year after we get the new store site set up, so people can do that. Because, like, yeah, I get a lot of those messages, and it's just too hard to keep track of people that want to send their stuff in, man. All right. So clicky triggers, listen to them click. They click. They're clicky. Get a zoom going. You guys can actually kind of see what I'm doing here. That looks good. Would this apply for just system donations? I have old DS consoles that I would just donate to you. Yeah, you can always, I mean, if you're into that, I can, you can message me on the website help, like chat bot, or you can email me at support@gaboymods.com. Let me just write it down. And if you want to send some stuff in just for see if I can do anything with them, go ahead. Not much I can do with broken DSs, but figure something out. Support at jboymod.com. This is my actual handwriting, you guys. This is actually how I write. This is why I do Game Boys, because I'm basically illiterate. All right. Nice. Let's go. RZE. I can't. Is it Riser? Riser Cubing. That's what I'm calling you. Bought your first retro handheld today. Let's go. Let me see what I have, and I'll send. Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it. I have so much stuff right now. It's kind of ungodly how much stuff I have right now. But it's all going on the new site, so I have so much stuff. I mean, it's kind of nuts, man. But I'll always take more stuff. Okay. I always cut the excess off so nothing shorts out. Is it just Game Boy? So it's literally everything. We are buying everything all the way and trading. We'll give you trade credit or cash all the way up to like NES era. We don't really take Atari, ColecoVision, any of that weird stuff. But we'll take like NES, Super, like anything NES forward, we'll take right now. And yeah, we're buying. We've been buying like crazy, low key been buying. I haven't even told, like, I haven't even announced it still. But we're getting really close. I'm getting antsy. I'm getting antsy about it because we're getting really close to actually being able to post about all this stuff. I got like 4 YouTube videos edited. I'm almost on to the 5th one. I'm trying to get at least like 6 of them edited before I launch that new YouTube channel, just so I have a lot of stuff to post. But it's been fun. It's been good. We've been really grinding. That's why it's kind of been quiet on all of my socials, just because I've been like 10 hours a day basically working behind the scenes. So it's hard to keep up with everything. Thank you for asking. I was staying up at 3 a.m. each day watching Game Boy builds. Let's go, Lombre. Yo, do y'all have any sales during the holidays? You know, I'm going to try to run some sales this year. It's tough. Usually I don't usually run that many sales just because I'm usually pretty backed up as it is. But right now I'm pretty caught up. So it's like the best time of the year for me to be caught up. I have like 6 builds that I need to do right now. And Razer, okay. I should have known that. I'm an idiot. Razer, yeah, I had the phone. I should have known. I had like 3 Razer cell phones when I was in middle school or high school. Anyways, so yeah, we're planning on running a sale, but it won't be probably till like late November. I'll probably do a little something for you guys. Okay, let's move along here. Yeah, I kind of just like crunched down and like built all my orders that I needed to build so that I could like be ready for the new site launch and the new all the new socials launch. And that's why I haven't been making like any content on this JBoy Mods channel. Kind of rough, man. It hurts my soul, but sometimes it's what you got to do. All right, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. No screen yet. We got to do USB-C, which is this bad boy, and we got to do the headphone jack. Let's do the USB-C first. This one just glues right in. It is pretty easy to get in there. This other one glues in first, but I like to solder the wires to it first so I don't have to struggle. This doesn't need that much glue either. Glue gun is a little too far away from me. All right, let's see if I can get this first try. I did. Sometimes I struggle with it. Oh wait, I'm struggling. No, I got it. It's centered. Just hold that in there. Good. Look at that. We did it. Now which one do I solder it to? Okay. It's these top wires. This is my guide right here. Okay, so we're gonna do a red and a black. I need them to be like super long. Red. I hope that's long enough. Black. All right. I'm moving slow today. I'm trying to move slow so that I don't screw anything up. Okay, good. Thank you, Discs of Clue, for the $1. I want to get the Totodile GBA, but I need to convince my mom, so a sale would be awesome. Well, we do, you can tell her this, because I do have a 10%, or I think it's a 5% off code for all the YouTube subs. It's YouTube fam, so like YouTube fam, one word, FAM. And that is a code because you're a YouTube subscriber. I only give that code out to people that are on the YouTube sub list. Yeah, Grunt, you should build one. Then they're fun, they're expensive. That's the only thing I don't like about them as much as they're just like, you know, the shell and the buttons is like 150 or something. It's pricey, but they're cool. I really like them. And they're pretty resellable too. Like, you know, if you get tired of it, somebody will probably buy it off you, especially if you go to a convention or something. I need to make more of these, but, you know, I need to do a lot of things. Boxy Pixel's been kind of slacking with the color choices lately, though. Like, I don't know. They're just like, I don't know if they're having trouble or whatever getting the metals. I don't know, but or anodizing the metals. They took a bunch of the color options off their website, so it's like only black now, which is weird. Only black now. You know, I'm just gonna tape this. Sometimes I glue it, but I'm not feeling that today. Hey mate, how's it going? It's going. It's going. Quick question. Have you ever tried that GBC battery mod from AliExpress? Wondering if it's any good. I'm not sure if I've only done the funny playing one. I don't know if I've done the one from AliExpress, but it's probably fine. It's probably pretty good. Most of that stuff on AliExpress is just like clone stuff. And most of the stuff I've got from AliExpress is pretty decent when it comes to the clones. It's probably worth a shot. I would probably give it a shot. If you can't do the funny playing one for some reason, yeah, you could give it a shot. I don't know if I've ever tried it though, personally, because I don't do a lot of the GBC battery mods other than just doing the USB-C. So if you do get it, report back. Let me know how that went. Okay, so we got blue, green, red, and yellow. Okay. And these are going on the headphone jack. And I need to pull up the Boxy Pixel site because I should have this memorized by now. And I could have it memorized, which is the color layout for the wires, but for some reason I don't feel like wasting brain space, so I always look it up. Okay, I got it right here. Is it a drink? Let's go. Copa Avius. And you can tell her if you have anything to trade in for credit. You know, we can give you some credit if you got some old games laying around. Ever heard of Game Ultimate Fighting Championship for the game? What is GNC? Is that, oh, GBC. Game Ultimate Fighting Championship. I don't think I have heard of that, actually. I don't think I have. Okay, let's get these wires tinned and then soldered in. There are so many Game Boy games, guys. It's like ridiculous how many games were made for the Game Boy systems. It's like ridiculous, man. I was talking to, I believe his name is Dan from JRPG Life when I met him last summer, or this summer, I guess, back in June. And I told him I thought it would be funny to collect all the Game Boy games, but there's just literally like so many. If you do all the languages, it's like an insane amount of games. And he said, yeah, don't do that. It was pretty funny. He's a cool dude, though. All right, so red is up back in the back. You guys see this? Let me scoot up a little bit for y'all. All right, we're gonna try our best here. I got a new soldering iron for my warehouse so that I can I have a bunch of Pokemon games I need to change the batteries out on. And dude, I can't use anything but this like Hako soldering iron. This is just the only one you should buy, dude, because every time I buy a different brand, they're just so terrible. I've tried buying 2 rechargeable ones that were cordless, and they just miserable. They don't get hot, they don't stay hot. It's just a bad time. Change the music. I'm kind of getting tired of this. All right. This is like a Digimon situation. What do we got? Let's see. Let's do whatever this is. City. You know I love the city pop for those streams. We'll pop that on. Okay, so these are all soldered up. I love the British people that comment on my videos and they get mad that I don't add the L to the word. Solder. That just makes me want to say it, solder even more, knowing that it pisses off people. All right, got a little dab of glue type deal, the littlest amount. Look at that, beautiful. How precious, precious and beautiful. Oh, I didn't know she was gonna be singing in it. Okay, I don't want to hear singing. Singing distracting. Let's do this Yu Yu Hakusho mix is probably pretty good. That one's probably alright. Whoa, what is this? What the heck? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna watch that later. Alright, we're doing good, guys. We're doing good. This is where we're at. We got our USB-C. A bunch of glue hanging around that we should clean off. USB-C. Headphone jack. Time to install the screen. Start getting serious here. Okay, I can't remember how these screens install. So we're gonna find out. I don't think I need the bracket. What is up? The glue pisses me off, dude. Get off of me. All right. I gotta cut this thingy off of here. We don't like those. Okay, let's see how this fits in here, because like I said, I don't remember. Okay, so the screen falls in. Okay, so we need some padding. All right, we'll just do the padding first. Let's see what we got. Yeah, what country are you in there, brother? They're expensive all over the place. But, you know. I need more. Do some on the back of that. Hopefully that's not too much. Still need some down here. It's like I can never remember the amount I do. Because these screens come with a bracket, but I think these shells are still designed for the old versions of these screens. So these newer versions, they need some finessing to feel good. Okay, that feels good. No, not too much pressure. Okay, so that's good. Let's move on to the install. Let me go ahead and get this screen on here. $200 or $300 for like a stock Game Boy Advance, like dollars. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty nuts, brother. They are more expensive because they are like antiques, and you cannot find a GBC, but you can find a GBA. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I tend to spend around 60 to like 60-ish for Game Boy Advance, for Game Boy Colors, but I buy a lot of them at a time, so they're still pretty expensive. But $200 to $300 is, I don't know who's paying that, you know. No wonder there aren't a lot of Game Boy modders in Turkey. I think I've seen someone, though. Oh, let me go ahead and... yeah, we'll just do this. I've been meaning... this is like an old order, so... if you're watching this, buddy, I'm sorry that I took so long to build this. The parts took a while to come in, and then I wanted to build it on stream, so I'm sorry for your delay. All right. It's looking pretty good. Where's my top piece? Why would I put it way over here? Yeah, I believe it, man. What's going on? Maka Noon? Yeah, you know, I don't stream as often as I would like to, but I do stream a couple times a month. All right, we need the long screws for this. This bad boy right here. Please be magnet. Yes. Sometimes they're not magnetized somewhat for some reason, and then I go nuts. Okay, that's good. All right, that looks good. Now we can put this screw in. And we get to do the fun part, which is soldering all the tiny little wires. But we got to check and make sure these buttons feel good. They feel kind of weird. I think that the membrane got out of place, so now we got to open it back up. They're feeling weird. I need to set this up on something here. Let me use this Japanese Pokemon Emerald. Oh, crap. All right, tweezers. Ah. hate when this happens and the freaking buttons feel all weird. What's going on, Mango? Any advice for getting corrosion out of the battery compartment without tearing apart my GBC? So my first, so try grabbing some of this. The contact cleaner can sometimes, if it's really bad, but if the Game Boy still turns on, it's probably not that bad. So I would use this. The WD-40 contact cleaner is pretty good. And then if that doesn't work, the only other thing you can do is use some like high concentrate white vinegar, like the stuff you get at like at the hardware store. You could probably use regular like kitchen white vinegar. That would probably work too, but I use like the high grade stuff, and you probably want to wear gloves doing that too. Yeah, what's the best Pokemon ROM you sell in your opinion? I like the, what is it, the red chapter one. I like that one. That one's pretty good, but they're all different, you know. Before you buy one of them, I would look up the storyline and see if it sounds interesting to you. Because, you know, a lot of them, it's just super random. Okay, I'm going to try to cut these and see if this helps. Yeah, that feels better. Oh, I forgot to take the damn screen film off. Let's see if I can get it from here. There's a flap somewhere. I think I can do it. Obviously don't want to scratch the screen. I'm getting nervous that I'm going to, so I'm just going to take it apart. Wah, wah. I appreciate it, brother. You know, the thing with the views is like I don't live stream that much, you know what I mean? So if I live streamed every day or, you know, a couple times a week, it would be a lot higher. We used to get a few more. But honestly, what we're at right now is pretty good. When you make videos, it's like people watch you for like whatever videos you make. So it's like, since I'm not a live streamer, people don't watch the live streams as much as they watch the other videos. Half the time people don't even subscribe. But that's okay. We're doing pretty good. I'm not upset about the numbers. But I wish I was posting more. I'm about to get back. I'm about to be back. But I appreciate that. Can I just say, sometimes I see the reels you've liked on IG and I will say you're a man of culture. I appreciate that, Dark Pixel. That means a lot. Similar algorithms we have, huh? This guy is a criminal. Somebody arrest this guy. All right. We are almost... Well, actually, we are on the home stretch. Home stretch is soldering the wires, the hardest part, the least fun part, but actually the most fun part. Because if we can do it first try, then that means it's good. Let me test it really quick. Well, I have a battery right here. This battery's like dead though. All right. Looks pretty good, huh? What do you guys think? Oh, did I not solder that wire? I'm a freaking idiot, dude. See, that's why we test it, bro. I'm a freaking idiot, dude. That's why you test it. I'm gonna try to do this like this so I don't have to take the top part off. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna not do that actually. I've done it before, but for the sake of the embarrassment, I'll go ahead and do it the right way. There is a wire, and it looks like I actually need to fix this too. There we go. All right. This is the wire for the brightness control. All right, third time's a charm. Sometimes it's hard to get the fingerprints off this thing. Where are we? You know, these screws are almost the same size, but they're all like a little bit different in length. It's kind of hard to keep track of which one goes where. Okay. All right. All right. What's going on, Moggy? Okay. We got brightness control now. It's good. Okay. Let's do the hard part. So we're adding some solder to the side of the original charging port. That's going to be our ground for the USB-C charging, which we will do first, since it's right here. I hope I made these wires long enough, man. I never make them long enough. And then we'll do this one also. This is the charging, USB-C charging. How am I doing on the angles? It looks like I'm pretty well framed. All right. Yeah, I mean, you know, if I can do it, you can do it. I'm like super shaky as a person. My hands are not steady. And I'm able to do it, so you could probably do it. But you got to have a good soldering iron, and I, you know, I realized that today, that it's so important to have a good iron. Hako should sponsor me, because I'm always glazing them, but they really do make the best iron. I got a new, like a cheaper soldering iron, but it was still like 80 bucks, and it was like a cordless one. And it was made by Fantik, or I think it's called Fantik, F-A-N-T-I-K. And I was like, this will be fine. And it had a really skinny tip, and then, you know, you charge it, and then it was like, so you don't have this wire hanging off. And I was like, fine. I went to go just change batteries on some Game Boy, some like Pokemon games, and it kept getting cold, and it kept getting cold, and it like would not stay hot. And I was getting so annoyed. I was getting like legit mad. I was getting mad. I couldn't do what I was trying to do, and issued the return for it, and I just bought another one of these same exact ones they're like 120 bucks. They're expensive, but I was like, dude, I can't like sit here and lose my mind, you know. I need to like get the stuff done. So yeah, get a good soldering iron. That's step one. Because I think a lot of people like they'll try to solder, they'll buy a cheap soldering iron, and they'll try to solder, and then they can't figure out how to do it, and it's like it's not even their fault. It's just that their iron is just trash. You know what I mean? So I had it set to like 830 degrees, like Fahrenheit, hot, because I like it hot, and it was like not hot. I have this one at 835, and it's like no problem. Anyways, all right, get distracted. Okay, we're doing red first. Let me read some things. Cooking with Freaky Bear, very cool name. I am see you first time. Thank you, AB. I appreciate it. It's very unhinged. Will you ever add new ROMs to the store? I add them periodically. You know, whenever I do like a refresh order of getting some of the repro carts made, I'll grab a couple new ones, but you know, once in a while we re-up on some fresh ones. I have some new ones. I have photos of them, but I haven't listed them yet just because I've been busy. I have Snakewood, I think, is one of the new ones I need to put on the site, which would be good because of a Halloween or whatever. I'm fixing to mod my original SP. I'm scared I'm gonna break it though. Yeah, what mods are you trying to do? Because most of them are pretty easy. You spent $350-ish on yours, the Hako FX951. Yeah, I have the Hako FX888, and the one I just bought, I think, is also the 888. Let me check. And it was only like 130 though. Yours sounds like the one that has the hot air station. Yeah, I bought another 888. This one's so good though. Like, bro, I've been running this one like it was 120 bucks. I've been running this one for like 5 years. And every day I'm running it like hours, between four hours at the minimum a day, and it's been good. So they definitely got the long lifespan on them. Thank you, AB. I appreciate it. I wish every wire could just connect instead of soldering. Yeah, well, that soldering's the fun part, you know. When you start getting into it, it's fun because it's like you feel like you're actually doing something, you know. It is hard when you start. There's definitely a learning curve when you first get started. But you know, I've been soldering stuff like with my dad since I was like in high school. And my dad had just the shittiest soldering iron ever. Like, it was so bad. It was so old and just beat, but he just wouldn't buy a new one. It was kind of funny. We didn't do it that much, but we did it sometimes, fix some stuff. It's harder doing it on stream too, because like I usually am really close to the stuff, but I have to kind of eyeball it from far away so that I'm not in the shot. Okay, we have yellow. Yellow is next. Yellow goes to the middle. I'm gonna try to get a really tight shot for you guys so you guys can really enjoy. I can probably go a little bit tighter, honestly. Oh my gosh, that's so tight. That's pretty sick. Okay, let's do that. Try to do it in one. I'll try to stay in one place. We're going for that middle pin. All right. Got it. You know, I need to loop these downward more. Okay. These are a little more tangly than I'd like them to be, but we should be all right. These boxy pixel shells have like a good amount of room in them, so we should be okay. Okay. Cut a little bit off that. All right, green is, I think we actually want to do blue next. It's the one at the far end. All right. How long have I been doing this? The Game Boy stuff, like 7.5 years. Yeah, we just hit 7 years in like April. What's going on? Retro Pulse Digital. Thanks for stopping in. Next time you get replacement. See if you can get Emerald Sea Glass. Okay, I'll check it out. I know the Emerald ROMs are very popular. I bought some games from you once. Let's go Bagel Squad. Yeah, most of them are fan-made. All of them you can play online for free, but some people just like to have the, you know, the physical cartridge because it's fun to own things. Okay, blue. I don't know. This is the hard one. I actually think I need to do green first. I lied. Because that's the ground for the outside. And then... that looks good. The biggest thing is making sure you don't bridge any of these connections, because that'll mess up your situation. Okay, let's go ahead and test it. See if we got audio. If we still have sound, we should be good. If we still have sound. And we do. We have sound. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Is that music good for you guys? Let me know if that's too loud. All right. Oh, I think I turned it. No, it's good. Let's go into the second song. Okay. We just built this. We are going to do the finishing touches, which is putting the battery in and installing the back. Pretty simple, but we did the hard part. And take a little breather, drink a little water. Thank you, Snakes. DH Snakes. New sub. What's your live stream timeline? Look out through it. You know, I would love to. My goal is to hit 1 live stream a week, but right now we're doing like 2 a month. It's not great, but you know, I'm gonna try to do more. Now that I'm caught up on my orders, I can actually try to do a couple extra streams during the week. But this is, you know, they're kind of random. I can't really plan them out because I'm doing so much during the day. Let's see. One more question. If I got a GBA no mods, just a custom shell with the back, I don't really do that. I just do, like, the least thing you can do is a new shell with the IPS screen, but I don't do just like shell swaps, you know. Thank you, buddy. Those solder joints look good. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's not easy because my hands are crazy. I build circuit boards for a living through a SMT machine, and my buddy does stuff like this in repair. Hey, let's go. Love some repairs. Italiano. Yeah, how did you learn solder? I love your spelling of it. I'm fairly knowledgeable about game console repair, but I never had a solder kit. You just kind of have to mess around. Like, I don't know. There's so much information on YouTube about how to solder, you know, how to hold the iron, how long to hold the iron, because you don't want to cook stuff, you know. Soldering is all about, like, applying the right amount of heat, but not too much heat. You know, you want to get the thing on there and get it out of there. But make sure you got, like, a good joint, because if you, that was what was happening with that crappy soldering iron, is, like, I was trying to solder the batteries on, and there were, like, cold joints. Like, the solder was looking not shiny. It was, like, all crusty and like hard looking because it wasn't staying hot enough. So do I do a lot of marketing place sells? I'm not sure. Marketing place like conventions? No, I don't do anything. 2 streams. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's tough to squeeze them in, but we try to squeeze them in. I love doing them, coming in and talking with you guys. It's fun. Like ones you sell. I meant like the ones you sell, like the Totodile one. Yeah. What were we talking about? Were you the one asking about? Let's see. Oh, how long would it take? Oh, I see. If you just want to, I forgot that you were asking earlier. You wanted the Totodile one. Yeah. If you ordered a Totodile right now, let me see if I got one in stock. Do I have a room wide? I don't know if I have a wide shot of this room. Yeah, I just got that shot. I don't really have a wide shot. of this room. So it's going to say starting. I don't think I actually have a Totodile in stock right now, so it would probably be at least 2 weeks, unfortunately. Why not use liquid solder? I don't think I've ever used that. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, so it'd probably be like about 2 weeks because I'd have to order the shells. I'm currently out of the Totodile, unless there's one. There might be one hiding in the back, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, Hallway Gamer, thanks for stopping in, brother. Do you use flux? Yeah, I use flux. You know, when I'm desoldering stuff, I use flux, but you know, a lot of this solder has flux already in it. As you can see, there's flux in the solder, so you don't need it all the time. It's helpful, but it's super messy, and if I don't need to use it, I try not to use it just because it's super messy. But whenever I'm desoldering stuff, I always use a flux. I like using this one. The paste is the best, but the paste is so messy. So messy. I like using this stuff right here. This stuff you just kind of drip a couple drops on and it smokes up and smells really bad. But it works. I learned soldering from a trial and error. I can put things together like motherboards and headphones. Let's go. Yeah, a lot of trial and error, man. The green and blue wires were so close together. Geez, yeah. You know, when I first started building these and doing the headphone jacks, it was really difficult. It was really hard because I put the headphone jacks in the regular SPs too. And that's also a little bit of a nightmare to do. It's quite difficult. Yeah, so, but thank you. Yeah, you don't need to spend 120. You know, the good one that I use is 120. You don't need to spend over 200 unless you need to have like a hot air station. Do you do any modern console mods? Not really. Not right now. Yeah, what temperature do you use on the soldering iron? Around 800. Mine's set to 835, but I think I might need a new tip. I think I probably could run it at like 800 if I had a newer tip, but I like it at 835 Fahrenheit. I'm American. I'm sorry. I use Fahrenheit. I want to do an Unhinged GBA build with as many mods as I can cram into it. Yeah, you can fit a lot of stuff into this. You can do the clicky triggers, obviously USB-C, headphone jack, larger battery. You can do audio amp, IPS screen. That's about it. You used to be able to do the overclocking mod, but you know, it sucks because you can't do the overclocking mod with these new IPS screens, unfortunately. It sucks. I loved doing that mod, but it's not compatible with these screens now. So it's a bummer. And I've asked Division 6 if they could fix it, but they didn't ever message me back. Oh yeah, that stuff's, the liquid solder comes in the syringe. No, that stuff's no good. I do not recommend using that for anything. I don't think that stuff's very good. Greetings from Germany. Thank you, I appreciate it. Do you have air filtration for soldering? Yeah, you know, I should. I have a like a really expensive Dyson air purifier that's like in my room over there, or in my corner of my room over there. So it's like, and then I have my AC, but I don't have like any legit solder purification filtration. Just, I have like a small one that I used to use, but I just stopped using it. I don't know. I really should do that, but you know, I just don't. But yeah, not a bad idea to do the filtration for the soldering. I just be breathing that shit. Not good, but you know. What about adding Bluetooth or an HDMI? For this one, you could not do HDMI. I mean, you could probably, but you'd have to do a lot of modification on this shell, and it's hard to cut this aluminum to get the port to fit. And Bluetooth you could add too, but I don't even like Bluetooth, so I never add Bluetooth. People ask me why I don't like Bluetooth, because it's like all the Bluetooth chips that you can use, they'll only work with like generic speakers and generic headphones. What I'm getting at is they don't work with any of the Apple stuff, and that's the stuff I have, like the AirPods. So I'm like, what's the point of installing Bluetooth if I can't use like AirPods or anything like that personally? I like smelling solder. Yeah, exactly. I love the smell, man. I have no sense of smell anymore, actually. It's pretty awesome. I would like to get a modded system, but don't know which one to get. Can you help me out? Yeah, what are you looking to play? All right, let's get this thing back together. I'm pretty caught up on the chat. We're doing good, boys and girls. Thank you all for hanging out today. Remember to give the stream a like. That actually helps out quite a bit. Consider becoming a member. We give away a free Game Boy to a random member every single month. Last month, we gave away a Groudon game, or no, last month we gave away, was it Groudon? I can't even remember what we gave away last month. I think we gave away a Groudon Game Boy Advance SP. Yes, that is what we gave away. And that's like a $300 Game Boy. I think I added mods to it too. Yeah, it was like a $400 Game Boy. And we only have 36, where am I? 36 members right now, which is nothing. Really good odds. All right. We're going to go ahead and finish this bad boy up. All right, so to do the battery, we have to kind of feed it up. Oh, I need a... See, that's a problem too with the Boxy Pixel buttons. They don't give you a on and off switch, so I got to go grab a blue on and off switch. Okay, so you got to kind of feed this up in here like this type deal, and then you got to solder it in like that. Majigger. Plus is on the right, so you can actually solder to these back points right here. The back points right here are available for soldering. Cool tip. Red is on the left. I mean, red is on the right. And black is on the left. Now it should work because, let me check one more time. Okay, that looks good. Okay, we're on. We are totally on. All right. All right, let me try to find a button. My bag of goodies. What the heck? Oh, here we go. Of course, no on and off switch. I just need something somewhat blue. Something somewhat blue. Please. This is my hoarding bag of buttons that I can't throw away. And I should just throw them away because I never find what I need in here. Where are you? Oops, everything is spilling out. There's gotta be a freaking on and off switch that's blue in here. Oh, I found one. It's clear blue. I feel like that's not close enough. I feel like we need an actual blue one. Come on. All right, I'm gonna have to actually go and grab freaking blue buttons. There's definitely one in here. Oh. Ah, ha, ha. Wait. Oh, that's for a Game Boy Color. Dang it. Son of a scum. All right. Oh, wait. But wait. There's more. Every other color in the universe. How annoying. All right, we got him. Got to destroy an entire nice set of buttons just to get the blue out of there. It's a darker blue, but it's close enough. I do wonder why Boxy Pixel can't make the on and off switch metal. All right. What flux do you use? I use this one sometimes, the Kester 186. That one's pretty solid. What's going on, Ika? Nintendo game like Mario or what am I reading? I would work on GBA just to have more room for mods. Even consider adding solar power. Hey, I thought of that before. I bought a bunch of solar panels because I wanted to make a solar powered SP, but I fiddled around with it for a couple hours one day and I couldn't really get it to work, so I just stopped. But that would have been a fun video. Soldering at 835 Fahrenheit. Yo, is it expensive to get into GB and GBA games? If you like Pokemon, yeah, but otherwise, no, not really. Game Boy games are pretty cheap, honestly. I think that's why Game Boys are kind of popular, is just because there's so many different games you can play, and most of them are under 20 bucks. So, oh, Boktai is super cool, man. Boktai is super cool. Yeah, I love the concept of that. When I rented that game from Blockbuster back in the day, and I was super confused about how it worked and everything. I just remember sitting outside for hours trying to like play the game, and yeah, it's funny because like I rented so many games from Blockbuster, my memory is like skewed of which games I actually owned and which games I just remember playing because I rented them. Like I can't keep track in my brain of which ones I had or in which ones I rented. It's kind of funny. I bet there's a lot of people out there like that. They're like, oh yeah, I had that game. And they're like, wait, did I have it or did I just rent it for, 2 weeks? All right. Then that just pops on like that, boys and girls. And I have to clean it up because I'm using this pad here, but I didn't test the headphone jack. Hopefully I don't regret that. But we got some wire sticking out. That's where the knife comes in. So it's a good time to have a little dull knife laying around. Okay, I want to say it's these shorter screws. I want to say. Let's go. Appreciate you, Ika. That's cool. Rip Blockbuster. Real OGs remember it. I don't know what screw to use, guys. I think this one. They give you 3 bags of screws. I'm putting together a modded GBC right now, and I now just gotta drop 150 for crystal. Hey, if you can wait a month, I'm gonna have some crystals available on the new website. I got like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them. So they will have new batteries. That's what I was trying to do today. Stupid soldering iron didn't work. Let's go. Oh man, I almost just slung this across the freaking room because I'm reading chat. All right. Got no audio for some reason. Oh yeah, we do. Okay, we're good. Okay, we'll clean it up after. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get the back on. So this battery is gonna move in here. That's no good. Gonna have to put something in there to keep that in place. A little piece, a little some. Feel good? I think I have to use the long screws here. Nice. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for stopping in. Crystal's a good game, man. If you want to get a Game Boy unit to buy an Easy Flash. Yup. Good advice. But get the Easy Flash Omega. That's the good one. Don't get an EverDrive. EverDrives are really bad and not good. All right. Kind of got my fingerprints on it still. Let's see if it charges. I should have tested that also. Nah, it's finna work. It's finna work. Oh, yeah. She be charging so good. Guess we'll test the headphone jack. Let me put a game in. My test emerald. This emerald's like on its way out. It keeps like not reading. It's on its way out the door. What's going on, Sneaky? Sneak is. Later, snakes. Appreciate you stopping in. All right, let's see if this bad boy works. Actually, I'll put one on you guys. I'm gonna put one on there and see if you can hear. Let me know if you guys can hear that. All right. Do you hear it? Oh yeah, she works so good. Look how sick it looks. It looks like an iPod. Oh my gosh, it's honestly so freaking loud too. It does work actually. You just couldn't hear it. It works so good, guys. You can hear that though. These are so tight, man. These are like my favorite to build, honestly. I remember when these came out, man. It was super hype. Okay, make sure all these buttons work. Yeah, dude. We're in this. W build. W build. Alright. Let's try to fight somebody with my Japanese team. These buttons feel so good when they're tactile on this build. Like, if you build one of these, you got to put the clicky triggers in. Like, look at that. There's no travel. No travel. Just like stock, no travel. I didn't even have to do anything. I just installed the right size switches. And, like, these are so sick. When they feel good, they feel good. All right. Let's see what we got. Yeah, the black and blue looks clean. Shout out. I think his name is Edgar. That's whose build this was. For Edgar. Shout out Edgar. Shout out Edgar for his patience. I'm sorry if that's not the name. I can't remember. I think it started with an E. I don't know what these words are. Good stuff, dude. Start spamming it. Oh. Stream. So the reason the names are so weird is because this was a game that I transferred an English language save over to the Japanese cartridge just to see what would happen. I made a video of that like 2 or 3 years ago, and it made the names all weird. So yeah, it works. Let's test the buttons. L and R work. Something's weird with the sound though. I'll have to test that. It's good stuff. See if get the audio to. It seems to be working. Thank you guys for hanging out in the stream today. I appreciate it. It's because Japanese versions only give you 5 or 6 spaces for nicknames. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I think I named him Tree Man. So that makes sense. Shout out to everybody for hanging out in the stream today. I appreciate it so much. Stream is, coming to a close. I don't have anything else to build right now, and I need to go and finish up a video edit I fixed a PS5. So a little something different for you guys. Stream is ending. Yes, stream is ending. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. We're up for like an hour. When is the next stream? Who knows, man? Who knows? Could be tomorrow. Could be next week. It definitely will be by the end of the month because we have to do the members only stream. We're going to give away a Game Boy. I'm not sure which Game Boy we're going to give away, but it'll probably be an SP. You know what? Maybe we'll do a Game Boy Advance next time because we've been doing a lot of SPs. Let's do a Game Boy Advance maybe the next time. Or a color. Maybe a Game Boy Color. I got a bunch of colors right now, so maybe we'll do that. But anyways, thank you guys so much. Like the stream. Subscribe if you're not. You guys are so subscribed. I know you guys are. You guys are all real ones. Totodile Kid, shout out to you. I'll look out for your order. Leave me a note so I know it's you. Maybe we'll build it on stream if you want me to. All right. You guys have a good rest of the day, a good rest of the weekend. Peace out. Later, dogs.